Hey everybody, it's Stewart, Republican candidate for Governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Just a quick note about what's been happening up in Washington. Really shameful, but frankly not all that surprising. This is how the establishment works, folks. We've known this. This is why we really do need to drain the swamp, especially up in Washington. Selling out, Paul Ryan is selling out selling out conservatives, selling out the American people. All for the sake of power, trying to hold power. And this is why people are frustrated. Cutting these deals when it's not necessary with the liberals. This is what I absolutely despise about the budget, and that is, just so many things, no real cuts in spending, not at all. But yet, there it is, funding for Planned Parenthood, an organization that lobbies for, promotes, and funds the killing of the unborn, even late-term abortions. Just an absolutely despicable and I dare I say evil organization. Anyway, that's funded with your tax dollars. It's funded with your tax dollars in this budget that Republicans are set to approve. Despicable. And the one thing that's not in the budget, with all these increases in the budget, there's one thing that's not there, and that is the most important thing that President Trump promised in his campaign, at least in my view, and that was building the wall. It's not built, folks. Look, there are more than 500, almost 600 million people south of our border. Many of them, hundreds of millions of them, living on less than $2 or $3 per day, desperately poor. It's not their fault, but if we don't do something to halt illegal immigration and this avalanche of people coming into our country, some of them committing crimes, very serious crimes, we're not going to have much of a country left. This wall has to be built. You can deport people all you want, but if there's no border there to stop them from coming in, they're going to keep coming in. And no free society, especially one with a welfare state like the United States, will ever be able to handle it. It's caused the closing of the hospitals and schools all over the southern part of the United States. It's causing so many problems, not just in the Southwest, but here in Virginia as well. So why am I talking about Ed Gillespie in this? And that is because he and Paul Ryan are two peas in a pod. They're political lovers. They just love this idea of working with the Democrats, working with the liberals, all for what? So they can stay in power. They can stay in power. That's all they want. They're not interested in moving the needle to the right, moving our country to the right. And that is something that's got to change. If you nominate Ed Gillespie, you're going to have a Paul Ryan for the Republican nominee for governor. And people are tired of it. And that's why I believe that people are going to do the right thing. And not only are we going to drain the swamp in Washington, but we've got to drain the swamp right here in Virginia. Richmond is an even uglier, nastier, stinkier swamp than Washington. And if you want change, please come out and support my campaign. I'm running for governor. The Republican primary is June the 13th, and it's coming up real quick. We need your help. If you're not from Virginia, you can always contribute online at www.corystewart.com. You may get phone calls, knock on doors, whatever it is. But folks, don't lose heart. We won the battle for the White House. We won the battle for the White House last November. And I know it can be frustrating, but one thing in politics, you can never get frustrated. But you need to let your member of Congress know that you expect them to vote against this budget. What do I think should happen? I think they need to use the nuclear option. We only have 4 short years at a minimum to correct this problem. If we're going to be beholden to Democrats and say, well, we're not going to do anything because they can filibuster it, well, then get rid of the filibuster, use the nuclear option, let's get the job done, and let's take our country back. Let's take Virginia back. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.